Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and it's time to continue with our 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring. Today we are in Liurnia of the Lakes, heading to the Cliffbottom Catacombs. Earlier on in this walkthrough I did find this catacombs and we got the grace, so we're able to just teleport straight there. But if you literally just like take the low road, follow the cliff down, it's actually quite hard to find, not gonna lie. It's kind of hidden in the cliff face, but just like keep running down the cliff and you will see it eventually. Maybe bring a torch because it's a bit shaded here, it's a bit dark, but yeah, it's here. It's just halfway down the cliff edge. So Cliffbottom Catacombs. Whoa, it's in the name. Whoa. For those not following this entire walkthrough, I am building a sort of faith build, so I'm popping just my runes into faith there. We're aiming for like an incantation sort of fire build in the end, but at the minute we're rocking the Bloodhound Fang because at this stage in the game it's quite easy to get it really high level and it just absolutely wrecks. So we're quite over leveled to be doing little catacombs in Liurnia. So our experiences may vary unless you've been following this whole walkthrough. So as with any other catacomb, they're mostly populated by either imps or skeletons, and now this one's imps. So always expect there to be an imp waiting to ambush you round the corner or perhaps on the ceiling. And if you just always have your guard up and be ready to just sort of quickly roll backwards, you know, it'll stand you in good stead. Catacombs, the boss room is actually always right at the start of the catacombs, but then you need to find the lever, which is like all the way through the catacombs. I keep saying the word catacombs again and again. It's starting to sound a bit funny. And in fact, there's the lever just ahead of us there. Now, I know that there are hidden illusory walls in this catacomb, so apologize if you like see me rolling against some walls. There's a lot of these catacombs. Oh my god, I'm doing it again. I'm saying it like a million times. A lot of these stone underground caves kind of feel the same. They're all just little variations on the same dungeon. So I'm getting it mixed up with later ones, I think. But yeah, there are illusory walls, but I'm just trying to like figure out which one. Watch out for this trap on the ground. I've just set it off safely. You can set it off purposefully to make sure it hits the imp, or indeed this imp. We could pull back and hit this imp with it. But personally, like, I mean, hitting them twice with Bloodhound Fang is probably easier and safer. Up the stairs here, there are omens. And then down the stairs here, there are omens as well. This one's asleep, so we can kind of sneak up on this one. Maybe get a nice charge attack. So we're just crouching, sort of going behind him, because if he's going to stand up, we want to get like a backstab. Okay. Boom. So we were able to get 2 charge attacks there, 2 charged R2s with the Bloodhound Fang, which deal massive stagger. Getting a sneak attack always feels good. Otherwise, that guy was doing nothing to hurt nobody, but it's worth it to pick up the Glovewort. Glovewort level 3. Here's the much more dangerous omen. So we are able to kind of sneak up on him. We could go right up to him and get a backstab, but I opt for a tiny bit of a safer approach and just go for a charge attack. We don't really have time to do a second charge attack to go for the stun, so I'm just sort of avoiding attacks, trying to get the backstab, but it's not really happening for me. These guys can do crazy amounts of damage and stagger to you, so I wouldn't ever recommend sort of blocking them. Do try and just get around the back of them, and try and either jump attack or charge attack, just something to break their stance and to get a crit on them. Back here in the little library, we've got a rune arc. Now, I've still never used a rune arc on this playthrough, but we do have a great rune equipped, so that's an option for upcoming bosses. Using a stone sword key on this, excuse me, little imps. Luckily we're immune to damage while we're putting a key in. Opens up this little room here. We do have an ambusher. Oh, flippin' heck. Hitting the wall. What a noob. Yeah, we do have an ambusher waiting on the ceiling there. But Nox Mirror Helm. Now, This is one of those stone sword key rooms where I would probably just save your key. To be honest, I don't, unless you're going for like, I must collect all the things. Nox, Mirror, Helm, it's not that good. It doesn't even have a matching set. It's literally a glorified tinfoil hat. It's not even that nice looking. 2 out of 10, probably not worth the stone sword key. Another trap on the floor here. Do be careful and sort of go around it, or in my case, set it off. Oh! How did I just get secondhand jump scare from that? I set it off on purpose. Once again, to trap the imps, which is good because they are fiddly little buggers. So I'm just sort of kiting them around and then letting the arrows take them down, which always feels good. You're gonna ambush me, I'm gonna shoot you with a trap, you know? Dirty tactics. Okay, moving on. My heart. My heart. More imps in this room. Another trap in this room. Setting off the trap. Take out one arrow. I want to try and set it off again, but they're blocking the room. Haha! You can hit me through the wall. I can hit you through the wall. Valid tactics. Look at that. All the imps have a very small chance to drop their helm as well, which is very heavy, but they have various effects. And also, I think they look quite cool. I don't know, I like the sort of gargoyle look. There's different ones. There's like cat helm, dog helm, etc. Another imp on the ceiling. If you go slow enough, they shouldn't ever really get the best of you. One hanging on the door here. On the door? Door? Wall? Words are hard. And another grave glovewort 3. Words are so hard. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a couple of them throwing magic pots. Not really much of a threat. Just keep moving, you know? Just keep moving. Right, this is the way we came. That was a little side room. And then there is the lever. So, we went all the way around and we never found the lever. That is because we have to drop off the staircase here to this lower section. Now, if you're very quick and duck and hide behind this grass, I unfortunately landed, ouch, right in front of the omen, so he'd already seen me. But if you land like sort of behind him, out of his line of sight, you can get another sneak attack on this one. Do be careful though, not to... there is another one just behind this sort of wall here. I think we've already aggroed him. Yeah. This is going to be very difficult if you have the two of them coming for you, so I'm just going to make a tactical retreat and try and get a better place to fight. You can chip them away with like jumping attacks perhaps, try and get a stance break. We've got a trap in this room which can be used as well, but there is another omen up ahead. Oh, for goodness sake. Here's what not to do. Here's how not to souls, guys. Okay, let's give this another go. So he's facing that way. There's a reason this little room is filled with bushes. Like, they want you to drop down, immediately hide, stealth on over. Maybe a nice little backstab on this guy. Oh, nice. Very nice. We could go straight in with a charge attack. And then even with a second charge attack, but I back out of it. Health is pretty low now, so we should be able to take this one down before we aggro the next one. Hey, nice. Coming in with the Bloodhound's Finesse, which I always forget to use because it's so freaking good. I always forget to use it. Alright, so the second one's patrolling back here. Again, hide in the bushes. And we'll get a nice sneaky attack on him. These guys are hard to fight by themselves, so they're so hard to fight with two of them. Nice, 2 charge attacks and then a visceral from the front. Visceral? It's not visceral, is it? It's critical in this game. Visceral is Bloodborne. Here we have Prattling Pate. Wonderful. These have little purpose outside of multiplayer as a way of communicating and just memeing around. However, there is one Prattling Pate which does have purpose in a character's questline. It's not this one, but you can pick it up for memes in multiplayer. Or just, I don't know, just because it sounds fun. Okay, and we picked up another glovewort there. So we now have a fair few wee flowers, actually. So we should be looking to expand our spirit ashes arsenal and start thinking about little niches to fill. Each spirit ash is unique. They have their own strengths and weaknesses. Some are very good as ranged DPS, some are very good tanks, and some are good support. I guess it can fill whatever niche that you're not filling. Not niche, sorry, like role. Oh, this is satisfying. Oh, this is very satisfying. Come on, trap. Come on, trap. Come on. Yes. Oh, love it. So yeah, we've collected quite a lot now, and we've leveled. We've got enough to level a few of them up. So that's something we're going to think about in the coming episodes. If you're watching and you're liking, and you maybe just joined just for Cliffbottom Catacombs, hey, that's cool. I hope you have a good rest of your day. But consider subscribing. I'm doing an entire walkthrough for this game in time for the Tarnished Edition coming out on the Nintendo Switch. If you're watching this, I'm playing on the Switch. Woo! I hope you enjoy this amazing game. Oh, wasn't quite able to get the sneak on there, but we did get the double charge. I think he was just so stunned. He was like, why didn't you go for the backstab? Speaking of spirit ashes, we've picked up the page ashes there. So the page is an NPC, or well, an enemy that I always underestimate in this game. The spirit ash version is pretty decent as well. They can do some crazy mean damage with the crossbow. So yeah, you got a little page for yourself. I guess they're more of a, like, they're not so much tanky. They're more of a, like, yeah, DPS, range DPS, melee DPS. So with that lever, that is the Catacombs boss opened up to us. Again, I'm still, like, pretty sure there is an illusory wall in here, but I seem to have forgotten where it is. Or it's possible that I'm confusing it with another Catacombs, which I think is possibly the case. Okay, so that's us. We're gonna head to the boss now. The boss is an Erdtree Burial Watchdog. Now, we fought one of these before. This one in particular is a magic caster, so we will need to perhaps consider some magic defense if you are getting hit by the spells a lot. However, I feel like with the Bloodhound Fang, with the jump attacks, these guys don't have a lot of health, so I don't personally think it's going to give me much bother with this build. However, problem areas, you're going to look at physical defense and magic defense. Just ignore these crystal darts here, I did get a wee bit confused. Similarly, ignore the blood grease because these things are made of rock and do not bleed. Idiot. However, flame grant me strength, now that is going to help. And drink my flask of wondrous physique, which will give me a 3-minute strength and dexterity plus 10 buff, which is just going to add to our damage even more. Heading on through the fog wall. There he is. So you can tell from the staff that this one is going to be a magic caster. I don't know if the head is different. I don't know. I think they have a different head if they're a caster. But yeah, this one has a staff rather than a sword. If it's the first time you've ever fought an Erdtree Burial Watchdog, big thing to watch out for are when he jumps into the air and then crashes down on you. There is a delay before the smash comes, so you don't want to roll too early. You want to make sure you're rolling just as he's about to come down and hit you. If you hang around in melee range, it is going to do close range attacks, like this one has this scepter sort of smash. Be aware this has impeccable tracking. So even if it doesn't look like it's going to hit you, you're still going to want to roll. Like I said, their health is really low. I didn't even summon a Spirit Ash for this boss, and I recommend perhaps something kind of tanky like our Jellyfish or something like that. Lutel the Headless is a good shout too. Just something the boss can focus on while you do jump attacks from behind or even charge attacks. For defeating him, we get another Spirit Ash reward as well. The Kaiden Sellsword Ashes. This one is a pretty good one. I like this one. So that was the Cliffbottom Catacombs. Thanks for joining. If I was able to help you out today, you can help me out by leaving the video a like. Take care of yourselves, don't you dare go hollow, and I'll see you in the next video.